can monitor, hey, get elephants in 1 week. Did I get elephants in 1 week? Oh, it is taking 2 weeks. The cost for getting elephant is $50,000. What's the actual cost spent? That kind of monitoring and control I can do at work package level. Do you get that? That's why you break it down. Oh, okay, Rajiv, that's a good question. Now, thanks for asking that question. I will simply put one statement here. Can you see this? Can you see this? Sum of all work packages is equal to scope.
Yes.
This is the relationship. And this is a overriding principle of a WBS. Always remember. Now I'll share the WBS also for you.
Okay, sir.
To ask that question, I want to clarify it further.
Sure. Thanks.
Now, what I'm saying is, the work that you do for this one software, my mouse, follow my mouse highlighting, yeah?
Okay.
1.1.1. The sum of the whatever work you need to do for software, plus this hardware, plus this database, plus this resource as it is the work package marked in green. Likewise, the next work package is biometric access, identity management system, develop customer manual, and then here it is hardware, this level, here it is database systems 1.4.2, unit test 1.5.1, unit test 1.5.2. All these green items are work packages. If I add in the effort of all the work packages only, they will sum up to the scope. Why? Because we said the sum of these two, the sum of children is always a parent. And the sum of the peer parents will be the sum of the grandparent. And sum of all the grandparents will be a great grandfather. So that is why it is enough if you add this sum. Simply remember this, that's all. Simply remember this equation.
So, sir,
Sum of all work packages equal to scope. That's it.
Right.
Because it's a design. If you ask why it is that way, my answer will be that is the way this diagram is decomposed. We are taking scope as a root factor, right? As a starting point, right? As a central branch of a tree.
I see.
As a root of a tree. And then you are breaking it down into branches. The tip, the work packages, the tips of the tree would sum up the scope. That's what it is. Sum of all work packages is equal to scope. This is a formula. Just remember this.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actually, don't mind if I can ask another sub question. So
Go
we
ahead,
are.
but you are not audible. Either you are. I'm not able to hear you clearly. It's not loudly.
Okay,
Can you increase the volume?
Okay, can.
Or come closer to your mic.
My volume is already quite high, sir. You can't hear me?
Oh, okay. My speaker volume is also full. Okay, let me try to follow you. Yeah.
So in any WBS, there is only one scope. So if we do not consider, let's say, sub-levels, a sub-level scope is actually not a scope. So there's only one scope in one WBS. Am I right?
100% correct. There is only one scope in any WBS. The starting point, the level 0 or WBS identifier 1 is the own and only scope, and it will sum up the entire scope is equal to product that you will deliver.
I see. Okay, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Got it, sir. Thanks.
Right, thanks. Any questions, anyone? Okay, let me go back to the question where the LMS question, let me complete. I don't think I completed it. We are halfway through. So this is what it says, the boxes in the lowest level are called the work packages. They represent the lowest level of detail you want to estimate and control. They should represent 8 to 80 hours of work. What? I don't understand what they say. 8 to 80%, 80 hours of work. I don't know what this is, just ignore for the minute. For status reporting, yes. I don't get what you say, status reporting. No, let me proceed. I don't understand what this is, yeah. Oh, you read somewhere, is it? Okay, that's a good piece of information. Let me see what it is. Oh, you read somewhere in the book, okay. 8 to 80 hours of work. I don't understand. So let me see. I'm sorry. I don't know what this means. Yeah. But let's not get stuck with that. Each work package can be divided into specific activities. You can drill down the work packages into activities. Activities can further be divided into tasks. Okay. The focus is more on activities, not on the task. For each work package, describe the completion condition. This is where I think Wei Hong asked me a question. Why it should be monitoring, not in monitoring and control. Now you see, it has to be planning, under planning, because you are even saying what is the completion condition. When do I, if I'm Claudia and I'm given the electrician's work, when do I complete? What marks the completion of my electrical work? When the power is coming in and any gadget, electrical gadget in any plug point and all switches, when I put it on, there is power, there is light, there is fan running, there is my AC running, everything is running, all electrical gadgets are running, then my electrical job is finished. Right, of course, the aesthetics also has to be that, right? You don't want any protruding live wires and all that, right? Everything in a very neat manner. That would mark my completion of my work. Now, okay. Yes, monitoring and control is throughout the process, but the question earlier, one of the learners posed was, why should we not do the WBS in the monitoring and control process? Why should we do it in the planning process? So that is why I said, in the planning process that is where you do the foundation. The very foundation of your project management is your planning. That's why the WBS comes in the planning stage. Monitoring and controlling as a measurement is across all the process groups. But even before you measure, you want to know what you want to do. That is planning. So for each work, describe the completion condition. Ask yourself what must be delivered to consider the activity finished. That's what it tells. The sum total of boxes must represent the complete. This reinforces my statement. Just now I put in the whiteboard, sum of all the work packages is equal to scope. This is what it tells, the sum of total of boxes. Here you can read it as the last box, the work package level box. That's what I was mentioning. You don't have to add the parents because parents are sum total of the children. So if you add all the childmost level, they are already represented as scope. You can leave nothing out. When all these deliverables are completed, the project is done. The entire project team should be involved in developing the work breakdown structure. When completed, you should review the work breakdown with the client. Why entire project team? See, the lead, the accountability will be with the subject matter experts. The responsibility will also rest with the individual team members. Sometimes understand one more thing, right? At the planning level, are all the staff members onboarded? No. When will you onboard people? Your onboarding will start when the peak of onboarding will start only when the execution process begins. Will you hire a tester who is required in month 8, in month 1 itself? You're going to pay 8 months salary extra. It's not adding value to your business sponsor, correct? So when you say entire project, the entire project at the start, at the planning stage, that's what it means. When completed, you should review the work breakdown, because there was a question sometime back. Hey, should the entire team be involved? And I said, the entire team need not be involved. Why? Remember, in the planning stage, all the project team members are not even hired. Those who are hired in the planning stage, we need to be getting involved. So you have to see in the context of the phased hiring that happens. When completed, you should review the work breakdown structure with the client and the customers. Okay? Yes, this is to ensure that it is complete and so that it addresses their specific concerns. Just a validation, and this WBS is also baseline. That means it becomes a plan document. So these are the guidelines. Now what do they want you to do? Create a work browser for something called order processing system. Okay, for an e-commerce company, that developing the software to allow the company to venture into business B2C model or a B2B, both they want you to do. Define the WBS in at least 2 levels. They say that you should have it at least 2 levels. So make it level 0, level 1, level 2 at a minimum. Level 3, level 4, if you think you can build it, please build it. The software requirements are, it gives you the software requirements. Take order module. So this is module, that means component. Is it work? Work and component are different. Right? As a work, my breakdown will be, if I'm an electrician, the product breakdown will be install plugs, not even install plugs, complete lighting. But as a work breakdown structure, I'll say, fix the plug points, fix the electrical points, complete the electrical wiring, etc., etc. More work related, action related. Take order module, inventory stocking. Module allows logistics inventory check on stock supplies. Provide quotations. If it's a B2B, someone wants a quotation, then your module must be able to give you generate a quotation. Once you are supplying, once a customer has placed orders and you are shipping the goods to the customer, you are generating an invoice. Okay, module allows generation of invoice to your customers to whom you have shipped the goods. Generate delivery order. So at the time of shipping, you will also put in a delivery order. Hardware systems, server, OS, database. You need all the database to connect all the data. System consisting of database server, application server, web server, as well as network switches, routes, all the infrastructural components, right? So this is the, in brief, the scope of the order processing system. They have given you all this is scope, right? The scope is this. This is the scope of the order processing system. So when we say I'm going to deliver order processing system, I would have delivered all those that you see highlighted. Now the work to do this is what you want to put it, map it on a inverted tree diagram, which is called the WBS. Give it a go ahead, give it a serious go ahead. If we have issues, we will see that. Now don't get bogged down, don't think it's not impossible for you to do or it's too difficult for you to do. It's not difficult. Understand the concept, go through the WBS slides. I walked you through the WBS slides already. It's only the chart, yes. Yes, absolutely. It's the chart. Wrong way, right? Let me get the correct. Sorry. Pardon my. Wei Hong, sorry. Yeah, Wei Hong, yeah, you're right. Thanks, Jason, for your very meticulous feedback. Yes, monitoring and control pans, it pans across. Yeah. So any questions on assignment 2? I hope there is clarity. And as I said, if you are not 100% confident, 100% sure, don't worry. You start with whatever you know.